Guys, they lie to us. Yes, they lie to us. You know, the whole idea was go to school, get good grades, study hard, get good grades, then you get an amazing job, then you make a lot of money, you buy a beautiful car, you live in expensive mansions, you travel over the world. Well, for myself, I went to school, one of the best school, in fact, the best school in best university in Nigeria. I would not say I had super great, but I was just one of those lucky guys who graduated anyways. And I was also fortunate I got a very good job.
I used to work in oil and gas. I used to work with a multinational company. The expectation was so much on me because everyone knew I was working with a multinational company. Every time they are seeing me, I'm flying shopper with my colleagues. You can understand that situation.
But guess what? The salary was never enough. It was big for a starter. But then I got married and the salary disappeared.
I was struggling to pay my bills. I couldn't meet up on my bills. My children did not even know me. My daughter was always running from me because I didn't have time for my family.
And I was frustrated. I wanted more in life. Then I brought into Nigeria the biggest and the best remediation company in America, brought into Nigeria. And I chased a contract of 1.5 billion naira. I thought that contract would change it for me. Guess what, guys? I lost that contract. I was frustrated. I said, okay, let me relocate to Canada. Then, while I was writing IELTS and all that, then I saw the opportunity. All right, this opportunity changed everything for me.
And in 2 years, I've been able to build a multi-millionaire business for myself with offices across Nigeria.
Now, for security purposes, I don't want to tell you how much I earned. It's not just about what is achieved for me, but about how many people I've been able to mentor with this opportunity, how many lives I've been able to touch and change with this opportunity, how many people make over $1 million monthly.
You can see some of the people that I've mentored. Amongst them are lawyers, engineers. Mention the trade. You can see women making a lot of money via my mentorship. All right, a lot of people are doing so well because of my mentorship. I've been able to help a lot of people with this mentorship. That's a medical doctor over there. All right, doing so well in the business because of my mentorship.
Today we go on vacation to choice destination. That is me on all expense paid vacation. All right, to different countries. All right, that's one of the benefits that this business brings. All right, going with my wife. You can see me, myself, my wife. All right, with colleagues. All right, you can see with friends. All right, having fun. This is what a lot of people pray for. Cutting this business, I've been able to afford this. All right, going on all expense paid vacation. Me and my wife, all right, having fun, enjoying ourselves. All right, you can see that on the Indian Ocean, having fun, enjoying ourselves. All right, this was what I always wished for. I never had time for my family. All right, before now, all right, cutting this opportunity, I now have time for my wife. I have time for my kids. All right, personally, that's how we have fun always. You can see me now. I have more time for my children. I drive my children to school. Personally, this is one thing I always crave for. But working in oil and gas, I never had time for this. I was always working 28 days, 1 week off. Glory to God through this. Today, I mentor people who are doing so well for themselves in the business. People who earn multiple 7 figures in the business. Today, I've also been able to buy a car for myself, a Range Rover HSC Sport for myself through the business too.
See what the Lord has done. Can you see what we waited for has come to pass? See what the Lord has done. On your wedding day, you're gonna sing that. Can you see what the Lord has done? When you walk into that property, can you see what the Lord has? When that healing happens, what we've been praying for, He has brought to pass. See what the Lord has done.
When He wants this business, that the first car is going to buy will be a Range Rover. After what? After the what? He's a man. 3 boys are for him. Bosa!